What's up, guys? UC here.
How do you do, fellow kids?
Welcome back to Unqualified Critics. There have been some information finally out of Arcade1up, albeit kind of indirectly. This is coming from their support team about two issues with their Arcade1up pinball. One of them specifically with the pinball I own and that I really like quite a bit, actually, the Attack from Mars. First, let's talk about the Attack from Mars specific issue and how it might be getting fixed. Whitewater is one of the 10 pinball tables on Attack from Mars. It has really bad performance issues. I don't know what the underlying issue is. We're gonna have to wait until we hear from 1UP. I do have my theory based on trying to play it quite a bit. I do believe that the physics are sped up in the game, which ironically is what's causing the slowdown. To me, to my eye, the ball rolls quite a bit faster than it does on any of the other pinball tables. So I'm suspecting that's the problem, but guys, I don't know for sure. It could be something else. It almost doesn't matter. It just needs to be fixed. To me, the question is, can it be fixed and run with the current PCB, or somehow are the real world physics of Whitewater too demanding for the kind of weak PCB that Arcade1up is supplying? If that's the case, then hey, swap out Whitewater and give us another Williams table and, we're good. But really, what we need to do is get this thing fixed. Now, Arcade1up knows it's an issue. I reported it in my review. There was another review, I think, that mentioned it somewhere. There were some reviews that somehow missed this, and I don't know how you do that, but I can empathize because, to be honest, I almost missed it. I went back and was doing my review, and only in editing did I notice, guys, I never played Whitewater. So I go back and played Whitewater, and I thought, oh my God, of course. The 1 out of 10 that I didn't play actually sucks, and I have to go back and shoot more footage, but it's all good. Watch that review if you haven't yet. I still stand by it. I feel it's an unbalanced, or a balanced and unbiased fair review, but it's my opinion. And I like the table, but there are good reasons to not like the table, so I get it. But I check my review out and see what you think. So Whitewater unplayable for reasons I suspect, but who cares, really? We just need it fixed. People have been contacting Arcade1up support en masse, which I think is great. I'm a big supporter of that. Creating tickets saying, guys, I got my table, but 1 out of the 10 tables doesn't work. Awesome. Good for the community. Here's the response from 1UP support. I apologize for the issues that you are experiencing with your table. Okay, pretty generic so far, right? That's what I would have expected. But here's where it gets interesting. I've been told that our product team is already working on the Whitewater issues, and after speaking with my management, they have informed me that our product team has started to look into the nudge issue that some of our customers are starting to report. That's interesting, and that's obviously separate from Whitewater. Once we have more information, we'll be able to assist you further. This is an official response, in my opinion. I mean, it's a customer support person. They can kind of write whatever they want, but these things are monitored. I take this as an official response that they are actively working on the fix for Whitewater. Awesome. Really awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Now, I understand these are Gen 1 products, and anyone doing these big complicated pinballs, there are going to be issues. I expected issues, but I'm not excusing those issues. My story on this personally is if they get this fixed reasonably quickly, maybe a month or two, we're good. If they get this fixed a year from now or they never fix it, that's a problem. These are too expensive for these kind of issues, so we do need it fixed. But I also want to say I feel like the community is getting a little hot and heavy on the anti-Attack from Mars talk, and I don't know if I agree with some of the sentiments I'm seeing out in the community. Folks are saying, man, there's performance issues all over Attack from Mars. Not really, unless you have the Williams effects. Those would be the extra special animations. If you have those enabled, you're going to get some issues on most tables, actually. There are a couple that have been singled out, but in my experience, actually, it's most of them. You will get problems with varied frame rate. And the thing is, I don't think this monitor is a variable refresh rate monitor, so you're just going to lose frames. If your frame rate's jumping around, you have the opportunity to lose frames. And so what does that mean for you guys? It means it's going to be tough to play this fluidly and get a great score. If your frame rate's jumping all over the place, that's clearly no good. However, you can turn those effects off, and turned off, it becomes quite hard to get frame rate problems. It's possible. I've done it. It will happen if you play long enough, but these are not like major endemic issues that are going to affect all of the tables where you're losing frames right and left if you turn the animations off. Now, I don't have the Star Wars and Marvel tables, so take this with a grain of salt, but from what I've seen of footage, I do believe they have performance issues too. The difference is you can't turn off the extra animations because they're part and parcel to the table, and therefore there's no night and day. Hey, it's performing pretty well. Hey, it's performing kind of like crap mode. That's my opinion from what I've seen. I suspect we're overreacting a little bit to the Attack from Mars performance, but I am open to be wrong on that. And again, it's not like I've tested on Marvel or Star Wars. I'm just putting that out there. However, Whitewater's issue is very real and very much needs fixed. Now, next, let's talk more about the Phantom Nudge, because another user, erock513, posted another message from Arcade1up, this time about the gyroscope sensor that is in the pinball table. All right, here's what the customer support rep says. I have personally spoken to a customer that has one of our Marvel tables and taken the confirmed to be working sensor out of Marvel and put it into the Williams Attack from Mars. Unfortunately, and this is where we get the bad news, unfortunately, the issue was still present, the issue being Phantom Nudge, where I believe these people are playing the pinball and it's registering nudge even though they're not moving the table. But this means that the sensor itself might not be the issue. Yeah, no kidding. It definitely means that, by the way. I know how excited everyone was for this table and how frustrating it must be. We're working to find a resolution as quickly as possible. All right, so then that means the issues with another board, probably the main PCB that you get in pinball, the one with the fan on it, or it's a software issue. The fact that it only affects some tables and not others, this phantom nudge is not something I've experienced, but I know a number of people have. I've read enough comments that I really believe it. I don't think people are imagining anything. Makes me think it's probably a hardware issue, but I don't know. I mean, I think my problem I had with Attack from Mars was, I believe, software. And I think it's really easy to assume everything's hardware, but in my case, I do think it was a software bug. Maybe this is also a software bug, not sure. All I can tell you is I've now personally gone through two PCB boards for Attack from Mars, and neither of them so far have shown any sign of phantom nudge. So those are the updates. Apparently they are working on a patch. I covered recently Mel Kirk, the COO from Zen Studios, has said, yes, we're going to do a patch on Arcade1up Pinball. However, he's not the CEO of the company. He also is just representing Zen, and they're in partnership with Arcade1up. So I took that as good news, but it was not definitive. This so far is the most definitive thing we've heard, that they are actively working on a fix now, and hopefully they got their stuff together, and hopefully in 1 to 2 months we get that fix. Let me know what you think below. Are you guys getting this ghost nudge or phantom nudge? Are you experiencing it? Because I'm not, but maybe you are. And what do you guys think about when we're going to get it fixed? Because that's really the big question. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button if you enjoy it, and I'll talk to you soon. Hey, consider hitting that join button to support the channel, and thanks so much for watching.